Hey everyone, it's Ray, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dawntrail. It's been a little bit, and now we are moving on to the next part of the split in the expansion, where we go ahead and talk to this approachable PeluPelu, to Urqopacha. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough Buko's tacos to feed an army. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. But recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Will you be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. I have a feeling I know what it is. Is it... It is over there. There needs to be an aetheryte right by that gate. I was going to say if it was at the airship, then we could do it, but... Oh no, I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to ride alpacas. Going to ride the fluffy little bastards. I love alpacas. They're so fluffy and cute and soft and squishy, and apparently Urqopacha has bad issues with them. Hell? How am I, these fluffy babies? Are mounts? Beasts are should-footed, that's for certain. PeluPelu's being small is confusing enough, but those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess their age. Talking to a Pelu before we departed was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave treacherous slippery trail on foot. What? We just have to be alpacas. Here we go. May I introduce to you our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Poor thing. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields. And while all carrying heavy loads, our merchants would be lost without them. So they'll fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go through the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill-suits its qualities when it's not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas? When I was small, and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling their wool. One of them spat at me. It was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What do they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. You're really doing this, then? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good. I'll take my payment now. But you want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. PeluPelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go. A fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with a third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not spit on again. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's what we'll do. Alright. Here we go.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urqopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Urqopacha. Ooh. Came here at night, but it's still pretty.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Urqopacha, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places.
God, there's so many Hrothgar, I'm so happy.
But I should introduce myself. I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to PeluPelu.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the PeluPelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urqopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Aw, that's sweet.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate PeluPelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyollal. PeluPelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
I find that hard to believe. I like you, Urqopacha, but you seem a little
Watch your
gullible.
fellows down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
Jesus Christ, Aaronville. Even I was like, come on. Come on. She's not going to get that lost. Once again, before I even finish this quest, the Aetherite, I must attune to it. PeluPelu. Alright, leave it tuned. Now, we go over and talk to Aaronville again. Okay. Alright. What do you got to say, Aaronville? This is it, Urqopacha, home of the PeluPelu. Urqopacha should have arrived before us. That's not good. Come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then. I deal in cloaks woven... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I'm not even going to read this. Good lord. Ahem. What did we just talk about? Ah, Shatona from far-off Dawntrail? Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. Cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm coat quality alpaca wool. Oh, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not easily being charmed? I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase and unwitting customers, like will not fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Their only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. Valuable insight in the minds of the PeluPelu. I'll take Aaronville's words of caution to heart. Alrighty. And... let me check something really quick. 1 second, guys. Ah, here we go. There we go. I was looking for that. It took me a while to find that. Jesus Christ. Traders of Happiness. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Kriel, Alize, and I will speak with the merchants. Urqopacha, you and Aaronville might try approaching travelers and passers-by. Rei'tan, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Alright. Alrighty. These little guys are definitely the guy from Final Fantasy X. Distillery worker. Here for the right of succession, I take it? Me, I don't much care who sits on the throne so long as I keep Toril peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax or sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? The joy shared is the joy doubled. I'll save that for when I'm not on the clock. I've heard there's a contest afoot, but not much else. I heard our ledger... Tobly! Oh. Oh god, Tobly. That's the guy. That's the fucking guy. Ha 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 ha. That's the guy from Final Fantasy X too. And, yeah, X too. Patient Warder. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard about the right of succession. Looking to put a few new... Personally, I'm rooting for Zoraija. First promise wins, he looks to expand our sphere of influence. It means access to more resources and more customers. The thousands call him potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. This has been coming around to my way of thinking, so I began crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please just answer my question. Very well. I could help you. But I can't tell you. I can tell you're no supporters of Royal Jaw or his policies. Oh boy. Orale, orale, orale. Brrr. Okay. Mablu. Oh, this is a pink one. Hello, I'm Mablu. Do you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but I'm sure you be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings might be detected to spit on you. That stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not too long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Okay, so let's find Tobley. Now, in order for them to truly be Tobley, they need to talk in a rapid fashion and go yes, 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 like a Namazu. Alright, Luke. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of Mascal and a stack of blankets. Then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contests. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Really? So he's also the head rancher. Well, the Alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay a visit to him before the others return. Such a simple adventure. Nothing can go possibly wrong. Nothing. I say that even though I know I've seen the trailers for this game. Alright, Luke Lamont. That's a lot of alpacas. Still, we need to know the head ledger could be here somewhere. Can't let fear deter me. No, not to say I'm scared, of course. That look. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist the profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough, all I had to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's go ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great! We can meet back here and share our impressions. Alright, talk to Mablu. Alright. Derelict ranch hand. Alright. Nonchalant ranch hand. No. Let's see how this goes. I have no idea who it is, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna go with the boastful ranch hand. Ah, darn it. Cost you 300 gourmet tacos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna run you broke. I'm gonna say the diligent ranch hand. If I end up getting every single one wrong, I am so fucking sorry, Urqopacha. Ah, here we go. I did get it right. Thank God I'm not a complete idiot. As you correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobli, head ledger of the PeluPelu and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Gulul Jaja's chosen electors. Ah, and a place featured in the Tulial saga, just as we thought. Though it took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. I'm sorry. Found you out fair and square, Tobli. And I'm glad she did. I would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
Oh, it's Zoralja. Yeah.
Zoralja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobli, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobli. That's part of the test.
You're Tobli.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge.
Okie dokie. Let's get
Per
started.
the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
What? Oh god, this is Urqopacha's weakness.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Oh, it's cute. And fluffy. God, they're adorable.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Oh god.
Who Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Please don't spit on her. Please don't. Oh, god damn it.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Oh god, oh god. She's down. She's down, baby. She's down. Oh boy.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly.
Oh boy.
Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit. As you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but beatable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Oh, this is going to be a mess.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
I don't know if I like this Tobly. He's a little bit sinister. I mean, more so than the other Tobly.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
Jesus.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Poor Urqopacha. I feel so sorry for her. She's the butt of everyone's joke today.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Urqopacha? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Oh, baby.
A scream, in other words.
Jeez, just be blunt, Erinville. Oh, God. I feel so sorry for her.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
Let's explain the bullshit that happened. Oh boy. I'm having fun. But I feel so sorry for Urqopacha. I had to go and wash that nasty stuff on my face. I think I got all of it. Would you mind taking a sniff on me just to be sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. Alright. Alrighty. As Urqopacha helped demonstrate, the Valley Alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? I don't know. With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those, then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converted to gil, that comes to around 1 million or so. Perhaps if we all pitch in... No, this is my feat to accomplish. Wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case... that basket of wool is worthy of the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for even more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think you can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more! We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million, so we're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Alphino's million gil. Oh boy. Not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. And let me help you with your deal making. Hello again, Mablu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. Is it alright if I aid them now, yes? Guiding the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked? As long as Urqopacha goes alone to capture Alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray, then let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Could the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly. Although, Rei'tan, I think you should go with Urqopacha. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. Oh, God. I mean, I do have a few retainers on the market board and stuff, but... okay. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing, but I'll leave the wool with Rei'tan anyway. Better to keep my hands free. Alrighty? To begin with, I suggest by trading the wool to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but he'll give you an idea how much he'll accept for his wares. Oh boy, this is going to be a weird one. But I'm having fun. Orb. Alright. Where is... you here? No. Oh, over there. I'm blind. Alright, let's see what you have to say. Thing I can do for you? Come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. What saddle is it? How will you be paying for it? This basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. What might that be? Mezcal. I'd like to nurse a cup a day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. Goes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say Third Promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle's going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the ambition who will see my business prosper. Zoralja will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. Nothing personal, Third Promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Oh boy. Can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generations remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Urqopacha. Younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with the quiet prosperity they crave, and crave the future the Second Promise envisions. They become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced the First Promise's plan for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. What about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yakui ruled our village. That's why I offered my help. I want you to become Dawn's servant. Keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Aren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade on the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tulial on the line. And I can't talk at the moment. I've been recording all day. And neither will I. We will make you Dawn's servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. Let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wools and feeling the trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. About that Hrothgar we met. Of course, the Weaver. Nock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going. For now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. This is going to be a long trading sequence. Alrighty. Let's get moving. I haven't even seen the look of this map yet. How's it look so far? Polar's Echo. Ah, there's only 2 Aetherites in this place. This is the spot. After Bulnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. And he was probably going to Ikulvo's Inn. Most visitors to watching Pelu end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Alright. I guess that's it over there. Rei'tan. Okay. Damn it. Alright, taken care of. I tend to zone in when I'm fighting, so during dungeons, when we finally get to them, I might zone out for a little bit, so just enjoy the ride for the most part. Do I have that basket, Rei'tan? Okay. Well, Nook, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Lord Promise, you wish to do business with me? Can I ask what this is all about? Well, let's explain our business problem. I see, so the goal is to turn a basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. And allow me to invest in your efforts. Nice. Peace in Tural is what allows me to cross freely into these lands into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily catch 5 pel in the hundreds column. Very generous, Bulnock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Rei'tan remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. It's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, much which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Rei'tan, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenvale would never let me hear the end of it. Fine, I'll be your pack mule. Or pack alpaca, I guess. All set, our next deal is waiting to be found. Oh! Alright. That's a new effect. Leveraging connections is a strange strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual urgent need of a good poncho will often more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. Makes sense, but who do we know of in need of a poncho? They aren't wearing one? That's the obvious answer, is it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin in search for prospective buyers? There are a number of places we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Sweaty, so no, he's hot. Resting. You're already wearing a poncho. You're wearing a weapon. Disconcerted. Not a cloak or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have a winner. Hello there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. Actually a toolmaker from Tuliolal. I was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show the Pelu that I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well, but now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. It would be a perfect replacement for the coat I lost. You'd be willing to part with it if you would make a trade for one of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. Blade looks sharp, the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. Oh ho, from 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful, fine garments such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Mipelu's mate garden for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tools I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I am to have met you. Alrighty. You hear that? We already found our next buyer. To Mipelu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Poor Urqopacha. These ones will be the calm type, right? Ooh. Getting closer and closer to what we need. Alright. What way do we need? Oh. Our way forward is right here for now. Well done recognizing that toolmaker is a potential customer. If you have in mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. Alrighty. Getting closer to 92. Oh. Let me... keep forgetting to eat this. Mablu's dream. Urqopacha steals herself to ride your next trading partner. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold on to this. Alright, alright. Then I suppose we should hop on the alpacas. Alrighty. There you go, let's mount up. It's off to the mate's field we go. Please don't spit, please don't spit. It can't spit from behind you. I don't think it can. It'll be fine, these ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding no matter what you say. With our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Toral? Yeah, this place is... very pretty. Where that mountain is too tall to be real. Orkor Zormor, wasn't that the name? Foreboding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. You'll have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there, to the highlands beyond the Yakhui, belonging to the Yakhui. So Mabu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. Don't you care for ranch work? No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. Becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'd be proof that I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost here. Oh, I cannot wait to have this mount. It is so fluffy and cute. Although I look a little weird riding it because I'm too big. Although not as big as my VTuber. We made it, and without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Icolvo's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. And perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. He totally took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone's works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle, if you're prepared for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, you can't have too many quality hatchets, and add to that Urqopacha's way with people, we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. God, I cannot talk. That's PeluPelu herself over there. Pass the hatchet off to the Third Promise and let's do the bargaining. Alrighty. You have that axe for me? Here we go. Alright, let the trading process begin. You're PeluPelu, the owner of these fields. I have in mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. You might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What have you to offer? This hatchet. Forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor's edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. Well, it is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Oh, it's mate! Yerba mate! A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column, the same price as the hatchet. The deal would bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mistress PeluPelu, harvesting season is soon, is it not? Does the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed our window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here would help you put in the Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. These innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming. I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Urqopacha. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons. Well, yourselves would be no better off for this transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Koana's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the field. And you can go ahead and add us to our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. One of the most important basic rules of trading. You can rest here if you like, PeluPelu. Rei'tan and I have mate to gather. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. I keep seeing, like, TikToks about having yerba mate. I've never actually tried this stuff. Is it any good? Anyone in the comments want to tell me about that? If it's any good? Either way, we got leaves together. Are there any more? Oh, right here. Grab these. What does Urqopacha have to say? Wasn't sure PeluPelu would bite, but it goes to show you never know until you try. Yep, and if I recall right, here we go. And that's all of it. And here we go. You brought me some leaves then? Here we go. There you go. And here we go. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make a decision, though. Here, we've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate? While at the shop, one of those sacks could cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. And we can bid for farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Blue, what's wrong? As I was saying before, even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. Then I needed your help after forgetting the basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace. Becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing. I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than to worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? Will you try to trade our tree leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. We can go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into doubling the value, eh? I think you can do it. Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise. That you're holding your own against such strong competition of the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zoralcha? I mean, of course I am. I'm Urqopacha of the Dawn's Promise, after all. What have a little more faith in yourself. Alright. Now, Whoop, what do you have for me? Actually, I just realized the time on the video. I want to keep these videos at around an hour long, just so they're not too overbearing. But I know that's not going to happen when dungeons start happening. But I think for now, this is a good point to end. And in the next episode, we'll continue on with this, and hopefully finish the Urqopacha part of the split route. So, until then, this is Ray, signing out. Later, guys, and have a good day.